tonight here in Mandeville, Arkansas at the Texarkana 67 Speedway. Live and on demand on raceontexas.com. As we're underway off of 4 down Main Street, they go into turn number 1 for the first time here tonight. We thank you so much, folks, who hung out with us to this whistle as we have blown it, and we're going to get this party officially started. As we kick the tires and light the fires into turn number 3, it's going to be 17-year-old Connor Mewborn. Sitting in the top 3 of the Boot Hill Speedway factory stock point standings here in 2021. Had a solid top 5 run there at the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship last weekend of the 49th running of that prestigious event. As off of turn number 2, I just told you a little bit earlier about how Shelby Ward Franks has been nothing less than stellar this year. The lady trying to take the boys' lunch money tonight. Shelby Ward Franks, now an 8-year veteran behind the saddle of this number 50 factory stock. Using lessons learned from her father, Steve Ribble Ward, one of the very well-respected long-time mainstays around the Arklatex area. Texarkana, particularly in the open-wheel modified ranks down the back straightaway. Shelby Ward Franks with the race lead, continues to repel the advances of Connor Mewborn. Mewborn, the third-generation racer off of 4. He'll take another stab at the race lead, but it's not enough. Not enough mustard to squirt by, but he'll continue to give hell to the number 50 as Shelby Ward Franks. She says no. Sit down and take a seat, boy. Down the back stretch in the 3. Mewborn will have to bay for the time being. Will be working down to 4 and 4 laps to go this time by down Main Street. They come into turn number 1. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I had a few folks text me tonight about the car count not being too high. Hey, it bees what it bees. It is what it is. You only need 2 cars to have a race, and right now we got 2 of them waging a war for it down the back straightaway. Connor Mewborn, a 2-time winner this season. His brother Colby has been on a mission all year long. The Mewborns carrying on that third-generation last name strong. Connor and Colby, the son of Brian, and grandson's the Cowboy Mewborn. They're door for the race lead into 1 and 2. Side by side for the race lead to the midpoint of the back straightaway, working down to it. Who's going to have the baddest hot rod of the bunch? Shelby Ward Franks up to the challenge. They go neck and neck for the race lead in the 3 and 4. It's heating up at Texarkana with 2 laps to go. And Mewborn going to take advantage that time at the line by car length. She'll drive it all the way back to Interstate 67 before she turns left that time, trying to keep the 36 within her sights here as she'll keep the crosshairs dialed up into turn number 3. Not allowing the 17-year-old youngster Mewborn to get out of her sights as the white flag waves this time. As the center of the hourglass is officially ticked away here, the 50 will have to pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat. Final time down the back boulevard into turns 3 and 4. That'll be all she wrote, or all he wrote. And an outstanding display between these top 2 off of turn 4. Connor Mewborn, your winner in 36. As Cody Scoggins comes across the stripe. And that's Smitham and Chassis number 35 in the Speedway. You got Kelly Knighton. 17-year-old Logan Griffin and the A Performance Bubba Green towing number 72 car. Cole Ogden, the 5-0, the police chief in Mod, Texas, will ride his number 5-0 into 1 and 2. They work turn number 2 and head down the back straightaway for the race lead. It's going to be Rhodes holding off Griffin into turns 3. And Logan Griffin going to power his way to the top spot off the exit of corner number 4 and relegate Rhodes to 2nd. As Cole Ogden going to put a whip to his horse now, and he'll roll up to 3rd to the back bumper of Rhodes for 2nd. Wayne flag waves this time by for the car number 72, the AB Performance Bubba Green Towing Outlaw Racing Chassis. AB Performance entry as he works off the two down the back straightaway. Rolling into 3 and 4 for the final time. They'll be receiving a face full of checker flag from your judge, jury, and executioner, Joe Hone. The man with the plan, getting factory stock heat race number 2 checkers in his hands, goes to Logan Griffin, the 17-year-old. Really quick here as of late. And starting shotgun on the field, former 14-time winner in the 4-cylinder division back in the 2018 season. And he has been really good. Made the top 6 invert or redraw at the 49th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship last week. It's Michael King Jr. Michael King, who popped a motor last time out, and he's going to go high side hustling around the outside of Kenward into turns 3 and 4 on the opening lap. Keep your eyes on that final starter and that fluorescent yellow and orange and blue 14 Junior. The 19-year-old from El Dorado, Arkansas, Michael King Jr. trying to make quick work here to the pair of the Arkansas native and the Mod Texan, and he will get by. He'll quickly throw them into the hip pocket, and he'll set his sights on this trio up in front. Strickland will be the next on the hit list as Michael King trying to put on a show here. Says, I'm King, bankrolls in the pockets of his jeans. Uh-oh, right in front of your leaders. Look out, that was close. As I believe that was first name Sammy, last name Humphrey, losing the handle by run. 4/10 quicker was King on those first couple of laps. As it's Sammy Humphrey leading us back to the green flag. Humphrey had once dreamed of racing here around the Arklatex a long time. One of the more diehard fans you'd find sitting in the stands at any of the area racetracks. And he drives it deep off into 3 and 4. Boy, he is not scared to lay on the loud pedal. Sammy Humphrey showing much strength tonight. And not to the chagrin of you folks who maybe underestimate him. As he is getting the good out of that number 8 car. And that's how you'll know its limits. As down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Michael King Jr. from worst to first. And come on into 1 and 2. We don't have enough cars to be having carnage here. And another melee will bring out the second car as Sammy Humphrey will lead us back to the green flag, the Atlanta, Texas native off of 4. Michael King Jr. going to be in hot pursuit. He'll lock his crosshairs down the back straightaway. He'll pull to the back tail tank of the number 8 of Humphrey for the race lead. And he'll catch a rooster tail to the face mask off of 4. Hustling into turn number 1. Humphrey holding back the advances for the time being from Michael King. They go neck and neck down the back straightaway into turn number 3. What more do you want? You've got the 3rd year now working on being a veteran in this sport. Michael King relegating Sammy Humphrey. 3rd career start tonight for Sammy Humphrey, and he's slinging it off in there. Not scared to sling a little rooster tails up into the Mandeville night sky, Sammy Humphrey, and you got to love it. Getting in how he fits in. 2 laps to go this time by from Michael King Jr. I kid you not, I'm impressed. He's holding off Kenward and Strickland. Strickland, like I mentioned a moment ago, won a very convincing Arklatex Speedway heat race the last time they were in action over a stellar field of cars. And started on the pole of the main event over there in Vivian, Louisiana a couple of weeks ago. And right now, Strickland, Maury back on the 4th spot, and it's all Humphrey holding on to 2nd as Michael King Jr. is throwing the keys on the counter. He's leashed the dog, and now he's walking it down the boulevard into 1. Michael King trying to get the bad luck and misfortune on the wayside of his the second half of his 2021 season as King. Bad luck than what's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But he'll have no more of these biscuits tonight as he rolls into 1. Final quarter-mile trip here in Mandeville tonight in your 2nd and final limited modified heat race. It'll be all 19-year-old Michael King Jr. from El Dorado, Arkansas, to the PPG Paint Shocking sponsored IRP FX Series chassis. 14 Jr. Michael King Jr. your winner. He's got one of those 8 performance power plants barking underneath the hood. Tried the crate late model stuff. I'm not sure that was so much for Chris, as he's had a little bit of bad luck, but we'll see what kind of luck and fortune he can find here in this division. As we'll see what happens here in heat race number 2 as Roy Going to get flanked to his inside by the newcomer, John Ammons, and the caution will come out. So the start was called back because Mewborn got a little bit of a trigger-happy start, and this time it will not matter. As the 35, though, of Aaron Roy going to keep him a little bit more honest this time as they work off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Aaron Roy keeping the 36 of Mewborn, but then his crosshairs into turn number 3 they come. Mewborn, a breakout season this year. RaceOnTexas.com breakout driver of the year candidate, and he is in that lead by a large margin as he has had an unbelievable season. Roy, a feature race winner this season in the car number 35. Roy, a longtime mainstay and one of the very well-respected racers here at Texarkana. 8-time track champion here at a Red Lick is Roy in car number 35. His brother Adam just celebrated the 49th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship Limited Modified victory last Saturday night in Greenwood, Louisiana. As both the Roy boys always considered a lethal threat anytime they show up and show out at any given racetrack, any given Friday, Saturday night. It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. As off of 2 down the back straightaway. He's got the Roy brother Kryptonite tonight. It's number 36, and he's had a lot of racers Kryptonite this year, including Derek Grigsby's on several occasions at the Boot Hill Speedway, where it's hard to walk into Greenwood and go toe-to-toe with a Grigsby. But Mewborn has had Dukes up all year long, and boy, like I say, folks, and I kid you not when I say it, he has been truly nothing less than stellar and a really breakout campaign for him here in 2021. Using lessons learned from his father, and the third-generation Mewborn racer heads down the back straightaway. It's 1.5 laps to go. Rolling into turn number 3 here in your second and final limited modified heat race here at Texarkana. A big bobble that time in 3 and 4. Upsets the car, but he's got a sizable enough advantage. Well, it shouldn't hurt him as Roy still locked and loaded into 1. Final trip down the back boulevard into turns 3 and 4, getting ready to receive a face full of checkered flag. The driver of the A&T delivery, Chuck Priestley built best engine, barking underneath the hood of that Western Flyer chassis built by Curtis Allen. Colby Mewborn, your winner in 36. Aaron Roy will snag second in car number 35. So your unofficial. I was like 10 minutes late on that. That was supposed to be played whenever we were getting the car hooked up. Yeah. Technology's fun, isn't it? Alrighty then. I'm a day late and $1 short, but who's counting? Off of 4, the mod lights are back underway in their first heat of the night here in Mandeville. As I'll take 41 Jr. for 300. 19 entries tonight, and Joe Butler Jr., your pole sitter, out of Cleveland, Texas. And around he goes like a top in 3 and 4. A lot like our most recent outing here when we actually gave Kay Dillard a shot and raced Lucas Oil late models nationally there for several years. Led 93 laps of the Topless 100 a couple years ago, but Chris Brown now promoting the 105 Speedway in Cleveland, Texas. And they've been doing great things down there. Race on Texas is part of the 105 Speedway week in and week out as we're back on our way here. The action getting over here, 105 degrees on the Mandeville, Arkansas oval, though. We'll take it. I like it, I love it, and I want some more of it. Off of 4, dominating down to the bottom for the race lead. Down the boulevard, they come into turn number 1. It's going to be car number 31. From 4th to the lead for Searcy, Arkansas's Gage Rains. Not sure what's in the water out of Searcy, but Tyler Stevens drinks a lot of it, and he likes this racetrack. And Rains is apparently eating what's coming out of Searcy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because he's off of 4 and he's rolling into the race lead. So Rains from 4th to the lead on this green flag run. He has found the top ropes of the 67 Speedway to his liking. Holla at your boy. He's throwing the keys on the front desk of the Holiday Inn, and he's checking out on them. 4 laps to go. This 8-lap affair for the Mod Lights. Here in Pro 1 Transmission, heat race number 1 for the Dirt Car Mod Lights, presented by Bubba Green Towing. Two laps to go this time by. Gage reigns with the race lead right now on number 31, hustling his way down the boulevard into 1 and 2. Trying to keep the money in the home state of Arkansas tonight. The Razorback rolls his way down the back straightaway with the race lead by a nice margin as he comes to the white flag this time for his final quarter-mile trip. 1 more quarter-mile to go yet. We'll see if he can hold him off. Final trip in the turns 3 and 4, ready to receive a face full of checkered flag. It'll be all she wrote in your first Dirt Car Mod Light heat race of the night. From 4th to the lead, let's here see Arkansas Gage Ranger winner in 31. The 2 rows and 4 cars going at it for 8 laps of distance. Your second of 3 Dirt Car Mod Light heats here at 67, underway out down the boulevard into 1. Working down to the white flag this time by in your third and final dirt car Mod Light heat. We'll see if we can have a good finish here. Maybe a photo finish. We'll see. Race leader Chris Tucker, the number 14, hitting his marks here for the final time in the turns 3 and 4, relegating the advance of the KO of Chad Kirkpatrick. Down the front stretch, the checkers around for the number 14, taking the victory at Chris Tucker. Last weekend, we're underway with Tim Eves on the outside pole. 21 of the South Bossier City, the yard service of Stuckey Enterprises, Black Diamond Chassis is David Winslet. David Winslet in car number 21 as they all work off the exit of 2 and head down the back straightaway. Ready to rock, the gun is cocked. They roll and stroll their way into 3 and 4 for the first of 8 trips in heat race action tonight for the Crate Late models as they dance down the boulevard into turn number 1. Throwing one into the history columns. First of 8 laps are scored, and the driver to the number 1 is Stuckey, and around goes Winslet. Winslet around like a top, sending rooster tails up in the Mandeville sky. And we'll get a reacting stack from start and tail, but keep your eyes on car number 21. We're back underway. The hustle and grind begins.